All right, so basically, Brother Yemi made mention that I'm Seidu. I'm a member of Cardano Ghana community. And then today we are here to talk about one aspect of the Cardano blockchain. But Mustafa have made done justice to the stages of Cardano.
Those who didn't register online.
Okay, so please, there's a sheet coming around. If you've not registered online, you just give us your details. Yes. So the developmental stages of Cardano or phases of Cardano blockchain, there are 5. So please, we start from the Baron stage to the Voltaire stage, and then the Voltaire, as he made mention, is about governance, and then the treasury. In everything that we do, or every organization that we find ourselves, we are always focused or trying to find out how our resources can be managed well, transparent, so that there will not be questions, there will not be doubt about how it is being done. Those participating are also important. If you have a company, you have definitely going to have shareholders, right? So these people are in charge of decisions of the company. Whatever they say, it is what's going to happen, and then the ripple effects always come back to them. So today, that's why we are holding our government responsible. We are holding our representative who are responsible for our bad roads, for our electricity, for everything. Now that the light is off, if we are just going to ask, we are might not even directing it to the Greco or the NECO. We are pointing fingers to the president, because it is he or she who present himself for voting, and then we give him our power. So today, that last aspect of Cardano, that's the Voltaire stage. We are saying that we are now giving the entire blockchain to the people. He may mention the entities of Cardano, or the blocks that is handling Cardano. There are 3. Cardano Foundation. The remaining 2 are what? Imago, and then I wanted to see if someone will remember. He mentioned 3. I'm taking 1. Cardano Foundation. Huh? I think we were following, we were not following. He said that there are 3 entities of Cardano. Those who built Cardano, and they are taking charge of everything about Cardano now. Cardano Foundation, IOG, Input Output Global, and then Imago. So these 3 entities are in charge. For us to have our Project Catalyst and a program like this, they sit down and then decide how much will be the treasury should send out to for people to come on board. Cardano Summit is going to happen. Where is it going to happen? All those things are used to take by these 3 entities. And what happened is that the voting power in Cardano before the Voltaire is 7 keys. 7. So the Imago, they have 2, Cardano Foundation have 2, and then IOG have 3. So before any decision comes on board, they will meet, the 7 team will meet, and then they will vote, and then they proceed to have it done. So this was how it was going until we reached the Voltaire stage. So now, a new entity or project is being introduced called dReps, delegated representatives. But before we get into what dReps is or what delegated representative is, we just finished assembly election. I think last 2 months or last 2 months or 3. So here, a lot of us have dreams of becoming representative of our various constituencies. So let me know how many of us are here and then wish to become a representative member of her constituency, member of parliament. Why are they forcing someone to raise his hand? Who is here and then has a dream or to become a member of parliament? Adams, that you want to be an MP? Huh? Please, we want to make it interactive so that we will get it from known to unknown. The politicians. Okay. How about assemblyman? Okay, we are one.
No, I said the politicians have traveled.
They have traveled. How about local governance? Assemblyman or woman? Who is here want to represent his electoral area? Hey, assignment man too will not get unit committee. All right, but whether we have one who has the dream of becoming an MP or not, but we all understand that we have representative of us in a particular house called our parliament. And what do they do? All what they do is what they make laws, they take decision on our behalf. So anytime there is something going on, you see parliament is it being hot. Before government does anything, they have to go to parliament and do all those things because all of us are represented in that house, right? So now, Cardano, we are saying that we are moving to the governance stage. Can we get every member of Cardano blockchain onto decision-making table? That is the question. Just like if you want to ask, can we get every Ghanaian to have a decision about policy to be taken about the country? The British or whatever, our constitution, they found it that it might not be easy for us to do that, or it might be costly. Because for us to get that, we have to travel around the whole country to get people to show their decision or their interest. Now they are passing e-levy, they are passing what bill. If it is going to go around the whole Ghana, every Ghanaian should decide. It is not going to be easy, but our representative will just go there, 270 people. As our constituency, they will have their representative who will then decide on behalf of all people in our Sawasi, Tamil North, Tamil South. That is how it is going to be done. And then before we do that, every representative come with profile, right? When they it's time for the election, they are coming to tell us their profile, what they think they can do for the constituency, what they have done, or how they come by their roadmap. I've been student leader, I've been this, I've been assemblyman, I've been this, so that the people will then look at that and then trust him or her with their vote to represent him. So in Cardano now, we are saying that now we are moving to the governance stage. We are now calling on upon people to come to the blockchain and be representatives in decision making, so that if a penny is going to spend in the Cardano blockchain or about the treasury, these people will then decide whether it should spend or not. And these roles are definitely going to be rewardable. It's not just going to be free. We are calling upon people. That is why we call it dReps onboarding. We are looking for people to come on board into the blockchain as representative in decision making, so that those of us who might not be able to come, we will just give them our voting power. We just delegate our votes to them, so that they will be able to do it for us. And then there are two ways that you can participate. You can be a dRep on your own, or you can always delegate your voting power to a dRep. And then before dReps or before the delegative representative, every time we have voting on the blockchain, those who participate will always get rewards. In Project Catalyst, we have something called voting rewards. At the end of it, your voting power will determine your rewards, and then it will send to your account. So it doesn't mean that if you are now giving your voting power to a particular dRep, he or she will take the rewards and will leave you. Rewards are not forfeited in dReps. In participating dReps, rewards are not forfeited. The rewards will definitely will split between the delegated representative and the delegator. Just like we do in staking. The stake pool operators, they take the rewards and then share with the delegated, those who stake with their pool. In Cardano, it's every 5 days. It's every 5 days. When you stake your either every 5 days, we get rewards. Every episode, epoch, you get your rewards. So now, how can you participate in the governance of Cardano? Currently, let me make this one clear. As we may mention, we are currently in the voltage age, and then in the voltage age, it commences with a proposal. What happened in Cardano is that we have two main aspects. One aspect is the Project Catalyst, which we are going to talk about. And the other one is the blockchain itself. That one we call it governance actions. CPI, Cardano improvement proposals. Maybe if you want to hold an event like this, or you want to develop a dApp or any other thing, you have to put a nice proposal explaining what it's all about, what it entails, and then your profile. You the proposer, your profile. Can we trust you? Can you do it? Have you done it before? That is what we call the feasibility. And the amount that you want, the money that you also want, is it what? Value. The value for money, that we look at all those things and then what? Then decide whether we can trust you with our money or not. So that one goes in what to project category. But if you want to governance action, you want to change anything, maybe Cardano is, let me just take this one, which is not something that we should take. We are using proof of stake, right? If you want to integrate, let's say, proof of work or proof of delegated representative, or if you want to change the blockchain itself, that one you have to submit a proposal known as Cardano Improvement Proposal, CPI. So when we get to the voter stage, a proposal was submitted known as 1694, CPI 1694. In that proposal, that shows how Cardano should now be governed, and it is also going to be governed in 3 phases. Now they are bringing dReps, delegated representatives. So after dReps, there's another thing that we call constitutional committee. They are going to write. They are going to be like the executive arm. So the judiciary arm. They are going to be charged of what? The constitution of Cardano is going to have constitution. They'll be looking at it. Whatever we are going to be doing, it should be in line with the document that we are doing. The document is currently in preparation. So after which, stakeholders are also going to be take part, because they are in charge of what? Anything that goes into the blockchain. Any transaction that is being validated, if we are going to hold responsibility, the stakeholder operators. So now, these 3 entities are now coming on board, which was proposed in the CPI 1694. So in that, we find dReps as well. We are saying that delegated representative is a new role introduced in the Voltaire era as part of the model proposed in CPI 1694. I was just mentioning it. dReps, stakeholders, and constitutional committee will be in charge. Any ADA holder, this one is also important. Any ADA holder can become a dRep. So now it doesn't mean that before you can become a dRep, you need some special experience and to get to know, if you want to become a dRep, what is needed. But any ADA holder, any part of the world, you can be registered and become a dRep. This one should be made clear for us before we proceed. So now, dReps, they will play a crucial role in the decision-making process within the Cardano ecosystem, contributing to the democratic nature of the governance model. ADA holder may delegate their voting power to representatives they feel they best equipped to represent their interests. So now, before you submit yourself as a dRep, you have to give us your profile. You can tell us that I want to be a delegated representative, and then my key interest will be educational proposals. That is for Project Catalyst. dReps will be 2. Project Catalyst dReps and Cardano dReps. But if you just register, you can play 2 roles. But in regards to Project Catalyst, now anytime we submit a final round comes and then we are voting, there are some people, they will come and vote technical proposals and leave non-technical proposals. We have 2. Like this one, these are non-technical proposals. These are events proposal, marketing, educational proposal. So there are some people, when they just come and open their voting app, they will vote technical ones and leave the non-technical ones. Some are there, they will come and vote non-technical and vote and leave technical. And some, they just twist it. I'm just giving an example. Some will just come and vote proposal which are targeting dApps. Some this, some that. So now you have to give us your profile. Or I'm coming to be a dRep, to be supporting ladies. No matter how the nature of the proposal. If a lady submits a proposal, I will vote for the lady. If a guy submits a proposal, we can give a range. Young guys, because my dRep role will be that I want to support young guys, the grassroots to come on board into Cardano. Because a lot of people come to Project Catalyst and then at the end of the funding round, because they don't get funding, they feel frustrated, and then they leave or they don't participate in the game. But so you can give a profile that those who are less experienced, you'll be supporting them. So it depends on the nature of your profile during the registration as well as a dRep. So people that they feel they are well equipped to represent their interests. dReps play a pivotal role in shaping Cardano Ghana, as I may mention. So let's see. One aspect that most excited about how either holders can split their voting power between themselves and dRep. Here, if you are going to delegate or give your voting power, now, if you are voting during December 2021, this year, if you are going to vote your member of parliament, you can't split the voting power. You can't choose two people to represent you in parliament. You either choose one or it becomes a small ballot, right? So, but now, here, in Cardano, if you have a voting power, say 500, you may mention that the voting power is minimum requirement to register as a voter is 500 ADA. But with Fund 12, we are changing it small. They are changing it small. We are changing it because this is the community that voted and decided that it should now be one wallet, one vote. And then the minimum requirement now is 50 ADA. So for Fund 12, it is going to be 50 ADA. So if you have that 50 ADA, you can decide to say you are giving 30% of your voting power to a dRep, and you still hold 20%. That 20% is what you are going to use to also vote, and then also give some to dRep. So you can split your voting power between yourself and your chosen dReps. So you can still do that. So if you give your voting power to a particular dRep, and at the end of the voting round he didn't represent you well, what happens? You simply change a dRep or you take your voting power and then do it yourself. If only you can do it, if there is time for you to do that. So you can do that. So now, many, if not all dReps, will have our voting power delegated to them from the same ADA holder, stressing the importance and careful deliberation together. And then here, for dReps, if they delegate a vote to you, you cannot split the voting power. If you are voting, if 1 million ADA is being delegated to you as a dRep, if you are voting all the 1 million because it is not yours, right? It is not yours. So for your vote, you are voting all. But for delegated, they can split it to have some people on board, part to a dRep and a part for themselves. Let's proceed. So additionally, delegating to your voting power does not mean rewards are forfeited. I made mention of that. If you are delegating, it doesn't mean that you are not going to earn a reward for that. In January 27th January this year, we were in Accra about this dRep workshop. We are currently working on a code of conduct for dReps, and as part of that code of conduct, we are tasked to look at these rewards. How much reward should the dRep take, and how much reward should the delegator take? So now we propose 60-40, but it's not yet complete. I have to also make this one clear that this dReps concept that we are talking about is not fully implemented in the Cardano blockchain. It is still at the beta stage. I saw some IT professional doing our registration. In computing, we have two types of testing. The first one is the alpha. The second one is the beta. So the alpha stage, let's make it interactive. What is it about? The alpha stage of testing a program or a software is, what is it about? For the dRep role, we are done with the alpha stage. Is the basis how you connect and start. It's better. The alpha stage, how is it? Okay, try.
The alpha stage, my understanding is that's the development stage.
Okay.
The development stage, the one who develop the whole program.
Okay. That's it. So the testing, he have done justice to that. Let me bring it to our local production of materials. Let's assume we are going to start a new joint or watch a joint, say, or Sobolo joint. as you may mention, the developer, the cooker, the food vendor himself. If you are going to start a beverage, say let's just use Sobulu, which is common here. When you are done preparing the product, what you do now is that you test it yourself, right? You test it yourself. After testing, you look at whether there's too much sugar, there's too much ginger, or whatever you want to correct to do. That is the alpha stage. So the internal testing is the alpha stage. When they are developing a program, the developer themselves, their overview, their check, their oversight of the program itself is the alpha stage. When we move to the beta stage, is the public testing. After preparing your Sobolo and then check that the sugar is okay, the ginger is okay, whatever you have done, you are satisfied with it. You have to give it to your neighbors or your close relative to also test and see whether it is ready for market, right? If they confirm before you now produce in a mass scale before for selling. So currently the dRep role, the dRep mechanism is currently at the beta stage. So it is now open for public testing. People to come on board to see if I want to delegate my voting power. People come on board and say I want to register as a dRep. So we want to see whether it is possible. Challenges that is facing by our general public. So the dRep is now currently at that stage. So as I just mentioned, it is not fully implemented in Cardano. When it is fully implemented, you get to know and then you can start how you can do it. So we are saying that the rewards are not for 50. The rewards, as I may mention, we propose 60-40. So that because the dRep takes a lot of time, they will read proposals and then they will vote on your behalf. Yours is just register with your wallet and then give them the voting power. So we are saying that for you doing that, take 40 and then they should take 60. But it's not yet out. So the voting rewards between the delegator and then the dRep is not known yet. So let's proceed. So we are saying that delegating voting power to a dRep or multiple dReps is always optional and can be recalled after each funding round. It is not compulsory to delegate your vote. If you think you have time, you can be participating in the governance of Cardano. It's okay. But what happened? Just like in this Fan 11, so that when I don't know whether you monitor or you check the voting results. We are having this challenge ecosystem, Cardano Open ecosystem, Cardano Open dApps and co. And then 10.5 million ADA was allocated to this challenge. And then we submitted about 302 or 301 proposals in this challenge. Out of this 10.5 million, we couldn't exhaust all. After voting and everything, we are having about 3.8 million ADA left in the ecosystem challenge. And then people proposal was still there. They didn't meet the minimum requirements to be funded. So it means that we didn't get a lot of people participating in the voting in Fan 11. So if dReps are there, they will come and do it on our behalf. So people were still having it was you needed 45 million votes to able to get funding. So people are having 40 million, 30 something, and some was even have 44 million because it is rules that we set. One thing about Cardano is that there's no protocol in it. So they would say there's no protocol, even in committee reviews. No matter who you know, the rules are just there. It is about the program. If it is in line, it will automatically execute, just like smart contracts. If this happens, this one should happen. So this is why we calling on our people to become dReps. So every final round, if you delegate to maybe Adams to be voting on behalf of guys or young guys or educational proposals, and they end up voting for any other thing, just like we do to our MPs. When we vote them and then they don't represent us well, our roads are bad and then no development. Next 4 years, we show them the exit door, right? So as a dRep, if you don't represent your delegated very well, the next funding round, you will show the exit door. They will not delegate to you, though your dRep ID will still be valid. But you have to market yourself. Tell people that you can do it. You have done it before. So as a dRep, that's why we are saying that they should take 60. They will be taking a lot of roles to in the blockchain. So on top of that, please go back. On top of that, either holder can split their voting power between them. Okay, I will first say this one. So please go. Anyone can be what? A dRep, as I may mention, from anywhere. And if you are excited about what? Decentralized governance and delegation, you can register your interest via CentralNet or what? Light Donation. When this was announced, a lot of entities in Cardano, Cardano, there are a lot of entities, NLAS, Light Donation, and Co. They are all lobbying to have this dRep mechanism built on their site or on their protocol. So Light Donation came on board, and then I think the odds are not pointing towards Light Donation. But through Light Donation, you can also register to become a dRep. But now, what it is taking the charge is what? CentralNet. So through CentralNet or Light Donation, you can do that. Currently, there is only one prerequisite of becoming what? A dRep. Only one. And that is why you must participate at least once in Project Catalyst. To become an MP, what are some of the requirements in Ghana? Because we want it to be known known to unknown. Someone should tell me, if you want to become an MP in Ghana, what is some of the requirements? Sina? You have to be a Ghanaian. So Cardano, you have to be what? Either holders. You have to be a Ghanaian so that we just know. You shouldn't have dual citizenship. I don't know what they will buy election after that. So you shouldn't be a citizen to another country. But in Cardano, maybe you can be a developer in another blockchain and still be here. But that one is not split out. You have conflicts of interest. It is part of the code of conduct if you want to become a dRep. There's a code of conduct. When you read at this place, we have some facts there. It is asking whether it can a dRep submit a proposal. You can submit, but you have to be transparent about it. But can a dRep vote on his or her proposal? There's a conflict of interest. Can a dRep vote on his or her own proposal? The answer there is what? No, because of what? See, why is it that I can't vote for my own proposal as a dRep? Let's get it clear here. And because as a member of parliament, can't you vote yourself? You can, right? So what's the difference there? This proposal, I submitted it with the help of my brothers and colleagues. But I voted for my proposal. But okay.
I think because of the delegation, people are giving their power to you. Now, if they allow you to be voting for your own proposals, then you'll be abusing that power. Yeah, so, like, you can propose something that doesn't make any sense, but you use people's voting power to vote for yourself and get them.
So, you see, now, you cannot vote your own proposal as dRep. Remember, you can split your voting power between yourself and what is dRep. So, when we get to the registration channel, you get to know how registration is done when you are to register as a dRep. So you can split the voting power. If you are a dRep and you submit a proposal, you have to be transparent and let us know that you are a dRep, but you have submitted a proposal. But you cannot vote for that proposal. You can vote for other proposals, as is may mention, because people has delegate their voting power to you. But if you are having a different wallet, you can vote yourself. That one is different. So that is why you cannot do that. So now, only one prerequisite of becoming a dRep. So you must vote at least once in Project Catalyst, so that if you do that, you will get to know that you have participated in the governance of the blockchain before, and then if you are given the opportunity to become a dRep, you'll be able to participate, or you will make time to do that, because we need people who has time. This role is about what? It's about time consuming. It might be taking your lifetime business, or your lifetime business to do that. So now that is why it's also rewarding, just like stake pool operators. Currently, if you are preparing any transaction, they have to be on board or on the computer to validate that. So now, and if you have not participated in Project Catalyst before, as we may mention, there is a chance coming in Fund 12, which will make you eligible. So we might be speaking about Fund 12. It will be launched in 26th of April, 26th of this month in Barcelona. So it will be launched. After the launch, you get to know the roadmap of Fund 12, how you can participate as either proposer or proposal reviewer or a voter. These are the roles. We'll be talking about that in Project Catalyst. So now let's proceed to see why become a dRep or delegate your vote to a dRep. You can see I've made mention here. I have 2%, 10%, and 20%. These are the percentages. Sample of that I've just mentioned that. Coordination, leadership, coordinating, leading to what? High quality and decision making. Why become a dRep or the benefits of becoming a dRep? So first and foremost, it will increase participation across more proposals and challenges. Very important. I may mention in what? I gave an example. Cardano Open, Catalyst Open, ecosystem. This fund 11, there were proposals there. Participation was low. So if the rest are there, it will increase what? Participation across proposal and challenges. Because there are some challenges. We have something called challenges. Maybe when Mr. comes to talk about project, you make mention. Every funding round, we put something called like topics. We say maybe you can come and submit proposals on education, submit proposals on health, submit proposals on transportation. So those ones are we call it challenges. So we have for dReps, we have for education, we have student proposal, we have for ICT education training, all those ones. So challenges. So now you also work towards bringing voting power in balance for low value wallets. That is what dReps will do. They are going to balance what? Wallets which are for low values and wallets which are for high values. Some people come in with 500 ADA. Some will come with 1 million ADA, 1,000 ADA. So if you vote as 500, your vote will count as 500. And if you vote as 1 million, your vote will count as 1 million. So, but if dReps coming on board, they are taking a lot of people voting power, so that they will have more heavy wallets to bring balance between low and high values wallets. Improve decision making outcome for entire fund. So decision making should be should be improved when we have a delegated representative. Create a cohort of individuals that coordinate from policy together, source review data, and consult with experts. Every funding round, when a funding round finishes, we have something we take a 1 month to look at what goes on well and what doesn't go on well. So dReps will be playing a key role in this thing. Now we are saying 50. Why is it 50? Because it is the community that say that what funding is too much. Even though the voting power is too much, why don't you make it one person voting is called 1 vote, just like we have in Ghana. But in Ghana, that's not how it is. If you have 1 million ADA and I have 500 ADA, if you vote, your vote means 500 votes, but my vote means 1 million votes. So you can even have 1,000 people supporting your proposal. Let's say 500 by 1,000 will give us how many? 500 by 1,000. 500,000. And then if we have one person with 1 million wallet votes, if he comes to vote, and then 1,000 people comes to vote, his vote will cancel all your votes. So that was the decision. So his votes means 1,000 votes, and then 1 million votes, and then 1,000 of you are voting, and then it doesn't equal to what he or she have. So we say that no, but some people are holding big bags. So it is who you know. So they will call up people, come and vote, come and support. When they come and vote, but this proposal got about 291 wallets, and the total million of votes was somewhere 51 million. We were having people, they were having 300 wallets expressing interest in their proposal, but they didn't win. Why? Because of the voting power. So currently we are saying that no, it should be every person, individual, the community. So now, community leader, being a dRep show the community and then the wider Cardano community that you have a
curious about how the future on-chain governance system on Cardano works, you're in the right place. All mentioned links will be made available in the video descriptions, and we will explore how you can be part of this innovative platform as a delegated representative. So let's get started. So what's SanchoNet all about? SanchoNet is a Cardano testnet where all the future governance features get tested. SanchoNet essentially paves the way for implementing the ideas proposed in CIP 1694. If this piques your interest, check out more about SanchoNet at sancho.network. Alright, let's jump into the heart of today's topic, the Gov tool. The Gov tool allows you to test the new governance features without having to compile your own Cardano node or use the CLI. It's really exciting and accessible, so let's see how it works. First things first, when you land on the Gov tool page at sanchogov.tools, you will be prompted to connect your wallet. Now here's a heads up. Most of your regular Cardano wallets might not work yet, as they need to support CIP95, which is what GovTool uses. Don't worry though, wallet teams are working on it and we should see a lot more options in the future. So for now, we've got some wallets that do work and you can find a list of these in the GovTool documentation. As of today, there are a few good options, but I recommend using the Lace SanchoNet version. It's separate from the mainnet version, so you'll have to do a fresh installation. It's pretty straightforward. Just download Lace, add the extension to your browser, and create a new wallet. Remember, it's only for testing purposes. Once your wallet's ready, we need to get some test data for you to transact on the network. Head over to the SanchoNet test data faucet at sancho.network/faucet. Just copy your new wallet address, paste it into the address field, hit submit, wait a few moments, and voila, you're ready to roll. With your test data in hand, let's dive into the Gov tool. First, really importantly, set some collateral in your Lace wallet settings. Now on the Gov tool dashboard, you'll find links to active governance actions and a sections where you can delegate your voting power or register as a dRep. Let's walk through registering as a dRep. It's simple and allows you to directly vote on governance actions. Let's walk through registering as a dRep. It's really straightforward and lets you directly vote on governance actions. Hit the register button and you'll see a screen where you can add a URL with more info about yourself and a hash of the provided URL. This is a great way for potential delegators to get to know you better. We'll skip this for now, but feel free to try it out later. After skipping, just confirm your registration and you're set. Remember, this process involves a small deposit of 2 test data. Now, back on the dashboard, you'll see your shiny new dRep ID. But wait, you first need voting power to actually vote. So let's fix that by delegating the test data we just received to your dRep ID. It's super easy, just click on the delegate button, select delegate to myself and sign the transactions. Just with these few clicks in GovTool, you successfully delegated your test data to your dRep ID. And now for the fun part. I've set up a unique governance action for us to vote on. It's a bit controversial, but here goes. Does pineapple belong on pizza? You'll find the link to this governance action in the video description below. And as a dRep with voting power, you can vote yes, no, or abstain. I'm going team no on this one, but I'm super excited to see what you're gonna vote on and your reasons. Just select your choice, click vote and sign the transaction. And that's a wrap on our guide to SanchoNet and GovTool. I hope you found this super informative and maybe even a bit funny. Remember, your voice matters. By getting involved as a delegated representative on SanchoNet, you're taking an active role in shaping the future of the Cardano blockchain. It's more than just about technology. It's about community, participations, and making a difference.